pills when I can remember to take them, and the wife takes in medication. Just cod liver oil and vitamin pills. So why am I on the smoothies? Well, a couple of reasons really. They're better for me. We went to Newport Market and went to the smoothie store, and they were really, really nice. And we bought a smoothie maker, or a juicer, yeah, that's it, off Amazon Marketplace for £10. Brand new, unused, because like most people, she brought it, used it for 6 weeks, and then it was just cluttering up the kitchen. And ours was a bit like that, but I batch make, freeze them, and then defrost them when needed. It's less mess that way. Excuse me. Oh, a little bit ran down. Been sleeping in the van for 3 nights. I'll get to that maybe on this one or maybe later. So yeah, what's been occurring? Well, what I wanted to do this broadcast about was this, which will probably come up reversed. Now to flip the camera. We went to Blackpool, and we went to Awakenings, exposition, like a cross between UFO Con and there was people there. There was, as you can see, Eric Von Daniken, Giorgio Tsoukalos, Stephen Mears, all sorts, sort of sponsored by Gaia TV, so an awakening, a consciousness awakening kind of event. And we had a blast. It was absolutely brilliant. So many people came over and spoke to us. My jacket, I wear this jacket. It was a Savile Row jacket, a gift from the brother-in-law, Greaves and Hawkes. And it's like, well, how do you make a Savile Row jacket more noticeable or whatever? So it's a black suede jacket, and I sew patches on it. I started off with a huge Ganesh head on the back, and it's covered in different things, covered in UFO type patches, magic patches, and sci-fi patches. And it also has a Dropkick Murphys band patch on it. These are really nice, actually, and they really make you feel good. It's dark, it's black, because there's a spoonful of activated charcoal in it, which hopefully will sort out my foot. After going to the gym yesterday doing a run, my bottom of my foot hurts, so a big mouthful of vitamins and smoothie, and hopefully a good night's sleep, and it'll sort it out. Back to Awakenings. Yeah, what a weekend. What an absolute blast of a weekend. Wheelchair broke. Sometimes you've got to pay a price for these things, but apart from that, the talks and the speeches from people, mainly, I've got to say, Giorgio Tsoukalos, absolutely brilliant. He made us laugh. We met him. He's a hugger. He's a, absolutely fantastic talk. Again, Eric Von Daniken's talk, but so many others as well. So many other people's talks as well, which we weren't expecting. Barry Fitzgerald's talk, the Irish guy, and he was talking about contact, not necessarily between people and UFOs, but mainly people and all different kinds of entities, how it goes back through time, and us and them kind of thing, fairy, demons, and all that sort of thing. Absolutely brilliant talk, fantastic, really gave us something to think on. Billy Carson again. We met his sister, who's a bodybuilder. Very Amazonian. I had a chat to her as well. Hugh Newman, which of course we wanted to speak to Human. Dr. Teresa Bullard White. Now that was something interesting there. So she was talking about meditation. Well, she's talking about all sorts of things, but by the end of it, in the last sort of 10 minutes, she led the whole conference on like a guided meditation, which slides up on the screens. And while it was going on, can't even see it now or feel it, I have a lump on my arm here. I've had it for years, I don't know what it is. And I go for months without even noticing it and remembering it. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, I've got that lump. And I go, excuse me, like most men, I won't go to the doctors about it because it doesn't cause me any problem. So we're doing this meditation, and it was just about your body's energy field and force field, and it was sort of, you started off by staring at this mandala, and the mandala line started to move and turn and change colour, and then she showed slides of representation of a body and the tour, like a torus field, like you're sitting inside a donut of energy rather than a circle of energy. And this lump on my arm, it became very hard, like it was almost like the blood was blocked getting through it. It swelled up to about 3 times its size, so it was like about a marble under the skin, and it's deep under the skin as well. It's not a, when it's a cyst, it's really deep. It's not a spot. It's under the dirt. You know, it's kind of in the muscle really. Swelled up, and it was like rock hard. And then, yeah, it went down. Excuse me. It's 7:15 in the morning, really early. Super thirsty. Yeah, so and it went down. So I've emailed her about it, seeing what happened. Got a nice response back from my assistant saying, "Oh, that's interesting." It was interesting. Who was the other guy really? Richard Doty, yeah. Talking about Project 7 Lamb and Blue Book and that was he was interesting. At first I thought, to be honest, I thought, oh, you know, he worked for like Air Force security and all that, and I thought, oh, you know, yeah. But he did actually, no, he really did, and it was very, very interesting. So we're going to do the one next year as well. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to sort of these awakening expositions or whatever, it's fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant. The pair of us really, really enjoyed it. Stayed in an Airbnb, didn't stay in the van. It was in Blackpool, and Blackpool is not particularly van friendly. You know, we don't like them in the car parks. Some of the car parks have height barriers to stop you going in, and so we said, oh, we'll go out and we'll sort of push the bar out a bit and stay in an Airbnb where it's nice and comfortable and we can, you know, have a toilet and cook and other, you know, things we can do in a van, but it's a lot easier. So yeah, we stayed in an Airbnb. Had a couple of really nice meals at a place called Vintro's on the corner. It was like a square with a church and a couple of there's a fountain and a sort of a statue and all that. And we had some really nice food and fish and chips because you're by the seaside as well. Gone. Once that hits my stomach. Probably not wise to mix it with coffee, but get some green stuff in me, get some vitamins and all that in me. So yeah, Awakenings 2022, really enjoyed it. I've been to a few of these Origins conferences which are similar, they deal with a similar subject matter, and they have many of the same speakers overlook, Hugh Newman, Andrew Collins, you know, but they don't particularly tend to deal with aliens. And the keynote speaker at an Origins one year, it might have been 2015, 2016, was Graham Hancock. And, you know, we said, you know, if you ever, and we do, on Ancient Aliens, we tend to sort of have sections on the TV show Ancient Aliens. But I think somebody said, you know, if you're going to get Giorgio Tsoukalos, and Graham Hancock's like, well, I'm not really into the UFO thing, and he, you know, but he's into the ancient civilizations. And yeah, and it's always been a thing, and it's been a thing the missus has said to me, and she's took the mickey, and we've joked about it. Aliens built the pyramids. It's a little soundbite. Aliens built the pyramids. You know, he goes to play he goes to pains to explain he doesn't say that. He says people built the pyramids, humans built the pyramids under the instruction or with help of alien machinery or tools or alien, you know, instruction or some sort of alien technology. That's what he says. And just before I go, one of the interesting things was Eric von Daniken's talk. He wrote Chariots of the Gods. You know, he was the originator of the ancient aliens theory in a way. He showed us some slides of the Nazca lines, and these aren't the ones you see in the books on the telly. They weren't the big spider and elephant and monkey figures and all that. There's no elephant, spider and figure, you know, an octopus. these were a much larger area than the ones you see are sort of air, and then this was much more large. And these are the tops of mountains. These are tops of mountains which have been sliced off. I would just slice the top off a mountain with like, you know, copper tools, chicken bones, and rope made out of hemp. It's not everyone's cup of tea, I know that, but it was really, really amazing. It really was. We are definitely going next year, and we definitely enjoyed it. And a big thank you to anybody that went. We had such a good time, and a big thank you to the organisers and speakers, because yeah, it was fantastic. We really did. I mean, it was the right mix of speakers, the right mix of subjects, and done really well. So thank you for that, and peace out. Pressing the wrong button.